Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? I really don't have a way to check my microphone, so please let me know if you can hear me or not. How is everyone tonight? Let's see here. Uh, Ace was in here earlier. Susan, how are you tonight? And Hubcaps, how are you tonight? Good, good. I'm glad you can hear me tonight. Usually I use a StreamYard to go live, but unfortunately I can't tonight. I made a few changes to my YouTube channel, and now uh, I have to wait 24 hours to be able to use StreamYard, which I wasn't expecting that. So it is what it is. I'm just here on YouTube tonight. I see we got 7 people in here and 6 thumbs up. So don't forget to hit the thumbs up, everyone. It's finally got some decent weather. This morning it was a low temperature of 41 degrees, and yesterday it was a low temperature of 33 degrees. But it's been forever since we've had below freezing temperatures. Pretty much all the snow's melted. I have one little pile of snow left on my property as far as I know. And the trees are starting to bud. Here, I'll give you a look outside. Unfortunately, I got my screen right there. So all the snow's gone. The grass is starting to grow. Hey, Rebecca, how are you tonight? Hubcap says everything's really taking shape. Like how the house is coming along. Thank you. Yeah, it's coming slowly, but it's coming along. Speaking of which, unfortunately, there's not going to be a video tomorrow. Just haven't been motivated enough to get everything recorded that I wanted to record for this next video. So, not going to have a video for tomorrow morning, unfortunately. But it'll be out the following weekend, that's for sure. I'll definitely get it done here this week. Hey, Laura, how are you? Thanks for being here. So, what else is going on in my world? Uh, Not much, actually. Is working every day and trying to get videos out. So that's about it. And just basically electrolyte water here, that's all. Not drinking anything good tonight. That's good to hear, Rebecca, that you're doing better. I've been fighting a little bit of a chest cold myself. About I'd say about 3 weeks ago I started coming down with a chest cold, and I had some medicine and actually went and bought some more medicine, took it all, and it was pretty much gone away. But I have this lingering cough every once in a while. Don't know why, but probably because I had the big C a couple times a while back. So now every time I get a chest cold, I'm going to have a lingering cough. Hey, Alaska John, how are you? Thanks for being here. How's everything up on the hill? Get any snow recently? Hubcaps is asking, do you stay busy regular with the excavator in the warm months? Well, I actually closed down my excavator business. So, and it's all, I was doing it as a side job. So I wasn't, the first year, which was 2024, I stayed pretty busy with it. Not as busy as I wanted to, but I did stay pretty busy. That year I was actually trying to do excavation full time. But I made good money, enough to live on, but I didn't have any extra money coming in at that time. And then 2025, uh, I decided to just do it on the side. If I happened to get a job, I got a job. I wasn't really out looking for any jobs, so I only did a handful of jobs. And plus, when you're doing it on the side and you work for full time, you can either only do it in the evenings or on the weekends. And last summer, I really needed to get some stuff done around here, like get my big dirt pile spread out. So I decided not to really look for jobs and try to get some stuff done around here. So, but up here, once you get established, you can definitely have full time work. That's for sure. Let's see here. John says no snow for the last week, but had rain. Yeah, we had a little bit of rain, not very much up here. Yeah, actually, I paid off the excavator here about 2 months ago or so. So the excavator's 100% paid off. So it's staying around at the moment. Don't know how much longer though. And then, yeah, I've mentioned I've been selling off all my extra stuff, downsizing, I got rid of all my trailers. I got rid of my big steel beams. I sold my, well, kind of sold my white truck, my 2000 F350 Super Duty. I'm in the process of selling it to Dusty from Dusty Bottom Boys. He's looking to make payments on it, and that was one item that I could definitely take payments on. Most everything else I had, I definitely did not want to take payments on, but for him, I decided I'd take payments. Are you going to? I read that one. Awesome, handy piece of equipment to have on the property. Definitely, definitely, it's a really good piece of equipment. Oh yeah. Also, I found out when I was doing a lot of excavation work, my back, specifically my lower back, couldn't take being in the excavator for uh, 8 to 10 hours a day, day after day after day. So that played a big role into why I closed down my side business. Just my back couldn't take sitting in an excavator that much. So I just decided not to do that anymore. It was cool. I learned a lot, got really good at excavation work. And actually, I have a uh, kind of a job here, not tomorrow, but next weekend, just for a neighbor. He needs a little uh, dirt work done. So I'm just going to go down and help him out, do that. Won't be any recording for that for a video, just doing it for a neighbor, helping out a neighbor. So a skid loader with attachments like a snow blade or a blower is nice. Oh yeah, that's really nice. I'd like to have one of those, but definitely not in the cards for to have both. I found though uh, up here, this area, we could definitely get 3 or 4 feet of snow in a single uh, snowfall, but that's very rare. Normally, we'll get maybe a foot and a half at the most in a single snowfall, and my excavator does an excellent job on it. I can just use the blade on the excavator, go up and down the driveway 5 or 6 times, and the driveway's perfectly cleared off. All the snow's pushed off to the one side. And then same with the parking area, turnaround area. I can just push it with the blade, or this parking area, often I'll get out my snow blower and just blow it out into the woods and stuff. So it works really good for that. And then let's see here. What else is going on in my world? Hmm, not much. I went and bought grass seed. Good lord, have you guys bought grass seed recently? I thought grass seed was supposed to be cheap. I got 40 pounds of grass seed for about $110, $105, somewhere in there. I thought grass seed was supposed to be cheap, like 50 pounds for like $20 or something like that. I guess that's not the case anymore. I got the grass seed at Lowe's. Probably if I went to one of the local places that sold it, non-chain stores, it's probably would be cheaper. Yeah, and they had some 20-pound bags of grass seed for $100 there, and $80, $50, stuff like that. I got the cheapest they had, and it was 20 pounds for something like $54, or I'm not sure exactly what it was, but something like that. Hey, there's Nightbot. I didn't think Nightbot would be working tonight since I'm not on StreamYard, but apparently it is. And yeah, grass seed is not cheap, but I got all where I spread out all the dirt last year. I got a little bit of grass growing there, but I wanted to get a lot more grass seed put down, so I spread out the uh, 40 pounds of grass seed uh, 3 days ago, I think it was. So it's all laying out in the yard, trying to keep the birds from eating it all. Excuse me, my nose is itchy. And then I noticed my one uh, security camera with two lights on it on my utility shed out there. Robins are building a nest on the top of it. They got a nice nest built. I climbed up today and cut down all the pieces hanging down in front of my camera so my camera could actually see stuff. So did that. There's no eggs in the nest yet. They're still building it. It's pretty much complete though, but I think they're still working on it. I might stick a camera up and time lapse it and see what I capture. I think that would be pretty cool. Oh, a itchy nose means I'm getting company soon. Cool. Wonder who's going to show up. Probably those dang cats that show up at like midnight and set off my security cameras and wake me up in the middle of the night every night. I got three different cats that walk through from time to time. And I have my security cameras, like I have my phone set to do not disturb, but I set it so my security cameras will still notify me. And almost every single night, something is setting off my security camera. If it's one of the three cats, it could be a fox. Uh, there's across the road. There's two bunny rabbits that's living under my neighbor's shed. They've come over a couple times, and the one or two things that I would like to see more is moose walking through, and that rarely happens. That's once every 3 months or something like that. A moose will walk through, and I've not seen a bear walk through yet. I would like to see a bear though. That would be cool. And then yeah, I went out. I took pictures of my snow machine today to sell. So I'm selling the snow machine, getting rid of it. There's still snow up at my remote cabin, but it's pretty much gone. There's big open patches of ground and stuff like that. So I think I'm done riding it this year. So it's time to sell it. Hubcaps is asking what projects are coming up next for on the property. Well, the video I'm currently working on is I'm finishing a whole bunch of unfinished projects. I have several projects that are totally or 50% done, 75% done, 90% done, stuff like that. So I'm trying to get them all finished. Obviously, I'm not doing the drywall on the cabin or anything like that, and I'm not doing trim on like the corner here and that type of stuff until I can get the flooring put in and all the drywall up on the walls and stuff like that. But I got a lot of small projects that just need to get finished that I've put off and just tired of them being out there unfinished. So that will be the next video. Should be next Saturday. And as I mentioned, no video tomorrow because I just was unmotivated to get stuff done this week. Finally getting a couple nice days out, so I want to be outside, and a lot of the projects are inside here. So, and then we've also had very crappy weather prior to this, rainy every day, overcast, stuff like that, and I was just getting unmotivated. Didn't feel like editing, stuff like that. Let's see here. And what's the update on your other property? Did it sell yet? No, it hasn't. and unfortunately, no interest in it at the moment. Not sure why it's not selling. Uh, I have it for like I have it listed at 99,000 or best offer, I believe I have it listed. And literally every single person says it's in the right price range. It's just not selling. It's 10 acres, a solid 5 acres of good high usable ground right in the heart of everything up there. And just not selling. So, oh well. It'll sell eventually. I'm not too worried about it. And then let's see here. I don't know what else to uh, talk about. Not much is going on in my life right now, unfortunately. I do go for oh, another thing that's kind of put me back on making videos is every day at 4 o'clock I go for a half-hour walk with my neighbor. He's a little bit older gentleman with a awesome little puppy dog. Well, not it's not a puppy, but it's a she's 11 years old, named Muppet. So we go for a walk around the block every day, and I just socialize a little bit, and it gets me out of the cabin here. So I've been doing that also. And then so between that and working every day, I work from 5 in the morning till 1 p.m. and then I go to bed at uh 7:30 at night. So don't have a whole lot of time to actually get projects done and things like that, but it's coming along. It's definitely coming along. Uh, and then but let's see here. The weather is finally starting to turn. All the trees, you can see the buds coming out on all the birch trees and poplar trees and stuff like that. So all the trees are going to be here with leaves on them in the next several days. Yeah, it does. Hubcaps definitely does. Alaska John hasn't been doing much either. He says he's been lazy. And Susan asked, "Do I have blackout curtains upstairs?" No, I do not have blackout curtains upstairs. Right now, I'm using 2 sheets of cardboard because I don't have any curtains or blinds or anything up there. So I just stick up 2 pieces of cardboard in the window in the 2 windows I have up there. So that blocks out most of the light. Unfortunately, my door, that window, and even this window, that's in a lot of light. You can see how it's open to the loft up there. So those let in a good bit of light, but it's not too bad. You you get used to it, and it's low enough light up there that I can fall asleep. Yeah, John's kind of the same way as I am. Just can't get in the mood to get stuff done. It's with the weather being overcast and rainy every day, a little bit on the chilly side, even. Just so unmotivating to do anything. But hopefully, we're supposed to have a lot of days coming up with very little or no rain, which unfortunately I just put all that grass seed down. I want it to rain. I'd like to have one good day of rain to really get that seed contacted with the soil and get it to sprout. But it looks like we're not going to have really any rain for the next week. Yeah, it definitely gets the best of us sometimes. But I guess we need the rain. We didn't get very much snow this year. We got probably half, if that much, of snow that we normally get. We did need some rain around here, and we definitely got it. Now we need some sun to get the trees all leafed out. And once that happens, things will turn green real fast. And then oh, I haven't yet, but oh man, my nose won't stop itching. Last year when I was out in Cold Bay, I found one of these glass floats, and I've been thinking about calling up the people at their place that I stayed at to see if I can come back out here this summer. Definitely would like to get back out to Cold Bay. Maybe do some camping or something like that. What do you guys think? Do you think a camping trip out in Cold Bay, out on the Arctic Ocean, or possibly the uh, Pacific Ocean would be awesome? Would make a good video. Yeah, Laura, the trees definitely are budding out. Yeah, you can look up at the birch trees specifically, and I think the poplar trees even, and you can see all the buds on them. And Rebecca thinks it would make a good video. That's cool. I've been kicking around an idea of doing a couple videos out there, so I need to send them another text and see if I can come out and maybe do a couple days of camping on the Arctic Ocean or something like that. Maybe go bear viewing. There's grizzlies that walk right through his property and stuff like that. And Hubcast, funny you mentioned that. I was thinking of that place and was going to ask you if you were taking any trips coming up. Well, no trips for sure yet, but uh, definitely thinking about it. Definitely thinking about it. And we got a celebrity just entered the house. Matt AK is here. How are you, Matt? Thanks for being here. When are you leaving to come up? Your trip should be coming up here in the next week or so, right? You should be leaving to come up in the next Friday. That's today. You're leaving tonight? I know, you mean next Friday. So look forward to seeing you when you get up here. Haven't been up past your place in a long time, but everything looked like it was still there. Hey, another celebrity's in the house. Ron from Off Grid Homesteading, McGarvey style, is here. Isn't it funny how we live a camping life basically, and when we go on a getaway, we go camping? Sounds fun. Yep. Was going to ask how soggy it is, laughing out loud. Glad someone didn't walk off with a driveway over the winter. Yeah. You shouldn't have any worries about sogginess since we're down to gravel on your parking area and everything like that. So that should all be good, and your driveway should be good and compacted, especially by the time you spend the summer on it. It'll be really good and compacted. Yeah, Matt AK is coming up from Utah, Ron, and he bought property. I don't know what, 15 miles away from me. So he'll be up here and probably do some camping and stuff. It's clouding up pretty good here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see some gray up around your area there, John. Yeah, I definitely want to get out. I need to send the people a text message and see if I can't come out this year. Think it would be fun. Get back out there. Unfortunately, if I go early in the season, salmon berries won't be out yet. Man, those things are good, especially the red ones. There's red ones and yellowish orange ones. And I don't know what the difference between the two are. Like, if there's a difference name of them or not. I never actually looked it up. but the yellowish orange ones are almost don't have a taste. They have a slight taste to them. But the red ones, if you get a good red one that's almost like iridescent red, it tastes like red Kool-Aid, like the cherry Kool-Aid you can get. And man, was is that so good? Super sweet. My mouth's watering just thinking about eating them. Matt's asking, what's my plan for finishing the rest of the cabin? I think I'm just going to drywall it. I'd like to do tongue and groove, but that's just way too expensive right now. So I think I'm just going to drywall the cabin, and uh, it'll be a lot faster. And then at some point, I'll have. I think I'm just going to have someone come in and mud it for me. I can do it, but it'll just take forever, and I don't feel like living uh, in the mess of trying to mud and everything. James Taylor is asking, did I sell my other cabin? Unfortunately, no, I did not. And can you guys hear that airplane flying overhead? I don't see it out there. No, I haven't sold the other property yet, unfortunately. It's still up for sale. As of right now, I don't have any prospective buyers. I have one for a while, then they either can't get financing or change their mind or whatever, then I'll go for a while and then I'll have another one and then same thing. So sooner or later it'll sell. Matt AK, what huge pile of what? If you mean dirt, no. That got all spread out. Ron, I am 35 miles or something like that from Talkeetna. Just a short drive up the road. James Taylor, I will be in Alaska in 3 weeks. Cool. Cool. Reach out to me if you want. My email's in the video descriptions. Okay, Hubcaps. Have a great night. Thanks for being here. Yep. Oh, do I have a huge pile of sheetrock? No. And since I have no place to keep it, probably what I'll end up doing is buying 4 or 5 sheets, bringing it back, putting it up, and then going and buying 4 or 5 more sheets and putting it up like that. No, John. Banks won't finance my cabin, my remote cabin, for 2 reasons. One, it's off the grid, and two, it's off the road system. Banks will finance vacant land, but you got to put like 30% down or something like that. And then they'll finance it at land value. But since mine's off the road system and off grid both, banks won't finance it. So it has to be someone or a group of people, like a family or something like that, that can come up with the money. I'm going to be up there for a wedding in mid-September. Cool. Well, let me know. Send me an email, Ron. Yeah, you go right up through Willow, and then the next community is basically Talkeetna. You'll see the Talkeetna Spur Road. You go down that about 10 miles, and you're in downtown Talkeetna. Yeah, they want 35% down for land. One reason I got the piece. Yep. Yeah, it's a shame that they want so much down for raw land. They'll finance the crap out of an actual house, but they don't want finance raw land or anything like that. No, it's not near Juneau. If you're asking about my remote property, it's in Petersville, Alaska, which is north of where I'm at in Willow. It's about an hour north of here. So I think it'll sell eventually. I'm not too worried about it though. I got I got time. I don't have to sell it. But yeah, yeah, I was out. I took pictures of my snow machine, so I'm gonna post that here probably tonight on some local Facebook groups and stuff. See if I can't sell that. Unfortunately, I'm selling at the worst possible time to sell a snow machine, beginning of summer. But it's a good machine, and it should sell. I still got some other things up there to sell, miscellaneous things, but I think they'll sell eventually. Hey, Brenda, thanks for being here. How are you tonight? Yeah, I hear you, Matt. It's definitely a hard one. It's a great piece of property though, and I don't want to sell it, but it is time. It's just time for me to sell it. So it has to go. And like when I was in Anchorage, living in Anchorage, and I lived like right in to my remote cabin, and I would get up there minimum 2 weekends every month, sometimes 3, and even occasionally 4. Excuse me, 4 weekends in a month. I'd get up there, and then when I moved out here, I found I hardly ever go up there. I've been up there. I doubt probably not 15 times since I moved out here in summer of 22. So in 4 years, I've probably been up there maybe 15 times. So I found out it was not that property that I love so much. It was getting out of Anchorage that I love so much. And now that I live out in the countryside, I don't need to go to that property anymore. I'm out in the woods already, basically, and out in the country. So no reason to have money tied up in that. And now I can drive up there in an hour if I want to go up and go snow machining or whatever. Versus when I lived in Anchorage, it was about a 2.5 hour drive to get up there. So out riding all day, I didn't want to drive 2.5 hours back, being tired, being hungry, and being at night and stuff. But an hour drive is no big deal. I can do that for sure. Brenda's doing okay. A long week. Yep. It always is, it seems like. I enjoy what you share. Well, thank you very much, Brenda. I don't always get to watch, but I catch up. Well, thank you very much. Oh, man, I don't know what it is about my nose. It's been itchy ever since I started this live stream. It wasn't itchy before that, but uh, Matt AK, yeah, it's that kind of place. That's great. If you're living in town, but hard to get out there when you have so much to do at your actual place. Yeah. Hey, Wanda, how are you tonight? Thank you for being here. And Ron is asking, what would it take to live full time on that property? Uh, Not much actually. Not much at all. The first thing I would do is upgrade the batteries and the solar system. I would upgrade that. All my batteries are pretty much at the end of the lifespan, and I got them all used. So most of them I got for free because a friend of mine was upgrading his from a 12-volt system to a 48-volt system. So he's like, "Here, just take them." So I took 6 or 8 of his that were still good. So upgrading all the batteries would be the first thing, and possibly even upgrading to a 48-volt system. And then after that, um, it just depends on what you want. Me personally, I'd probably put in a shower and uh, like a sink and stuff inside the cabin. I have the one side that hangs over 4 feet, so I would enclose probably that 4 feet section and put a bathroom in there. And then you could easily live out there. It has a refrigerator, it has a TV. I would put Starlink up. That would be probably the only technology I would do is put up Starlink. Then you have a reliable Starlink. Uh, there's about a third of an acre that's already cleared, so it's all mowable and stuff. So I have a push mower that I mow it a couple few times a year, keep the weeds and trees and stuff from growing. So other than that, yeah, it's livable. You can live in it year round if you wanted. Probably finish off the inside because it just has insulation. How about getting in and out during the wintertime? That would be a snow machine in the wintertime. And the road is closed off, so it's about a 3 mile ride in the wintertime. It takes about 3 miles to get in and get back out. But then again, in the wintertime, you're going to have a snow machine anyway. So, and the road that I drive on the in the summertime and park about a mile from the cabin, that road is groomed in the wintertime for snow machine traffic. Plus, one of the main groomed trails goes right by the property. So there's that. But there's a lot of small ungroomed trails all over that place that you can take also to get back and forth. Hey, enigmatic Gwitchin, how are you tonight? And then yeah, so it don't want to take that much. It's just kind of depends on how much you want. You could easily do you could easily get some chickens, put up a coop and have some chickens or something up there. There is a spring on the property that needs developed, and it's an artesian spring, so it runs year round, and it's perfect water. I've had the water tested. Uh, Brenda Stewart says, I live in South Mobile Bay, Alabama. We fight the humidity heat and humidity cold. Yeah. We don't have low temperatures like you have, but it can be miserable. Everywhere is different. That is true. Very true. It is uh I've talked to people about different parts of the United States and stuff, and they're like, "Well, that place has uh hurricanes or that place has tornadoes." I'm like, every place has natural disasters or wildfires. Every place has the possibility for wildfires, some kind of natural disasters. We have earthquakes here all the time. So it just all depends what you want. We're clear, but we are actually in the city. Our son was airlifted to Fairbanks on Wednesday. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Uh, last thing I heard, he was doing better. So hopefully, he pulls through and makes a full and speedy recovery for you. You guys will be in my prayers. Uh, Sorry to hear about that. That's a tough one. Yep, Matt, that's good on both counts. And then, yeah, so, hey, Arlen, how are you tonight? It's been a while since I've done live, and I thought I'd do a Friday night live since I'm not going to have a video tomorrow morning. And I'm seeing a lot of the old timers here that were in a lot of my lives when I was doing lives every week. Wander's here, Gary yeah, I just lost it. Enigmatic Witchin. Sorry, I messed that up. It's a tongue twister for me. Arlen's here. Alaska John is here. Maddie K's here. So thank you guys all for being here. Rebecca's here. A lot of the old timers are here that used to always join my lives on a weekly basis. And then he had a flare up in his condition, might have to stay closer to the hospital for a bit. Yep. Hopefully, unfortunately, all I can offer is prayers, and I know that can go a long way. So, wishing you guys the best and wishing him the best. Hey, Brian from the Vineyard Farmhouse is here tonight. Thanks for being here, Brian. Unfortunately, I can't have you come up on panel, Brian, because I'm not using StreamYard tonight. Just I made a couple changes to my YouTube channel, and I gotta wait 24 hours before StreamYard will connect. So, and I didn't know that until earlier today. So, I'm just here on YouTube. You're welcome, Gary. It is Gary, right? And then yeah, so let's see here. What else is going on? I don't know. Just glad we're having some decent weather again. The rain has stopped for the most part. Unfortunately, I just put down grass seed. So I'd like it to rain for a day, but it's not raining. It's not supposed to rain very much. Yeah. Alaska John says, "Hello, Gary. Sorry to hear about your son. Hope for a speedy recovery." Bright sunshine here in Fairbanks. Yeah. Well, Fairbanks is always sunny in the summertime, it seems like, because it's blocked from all the weather coming in off the oceans. And Ron, if you're still here, are you thinking about buying my place? It would make you a good Alaska home. Everyone saying hi and thanks and stuff like that to each other. Yeah, for the people that just got here, hey, raised in Alaska, how are you tonight? Here's what it looks like outside. No snow out there. And the trees don't have leaves on them yet, but we had a good bit of sun yesterday and today, so they're all out in buds. All the trees are budding fast. With all the rain we're having, with the sun coming out, it's getting up into the mid upper 50s now. So uh, everything's budding out real quick, and it'll be a couple more days, and everything will be green out there. And Ray from Raised in Alaska is here. Thank you for being here tonight. Any projects in my future? Uh, no big projects at the moment. I'm the video I wanted to get out for tomorrow morning, which isn't going to happen. It'll be out next Saturday. Is I have a whole bunch of mostly finished projects, but they're just 10% unfinished or 20% unfinished, stuff like that. So this next video is going to be me finishing a whole bunch of unfinished projects. And but just was a little bit unmotivated these last week or two, and just didn't get around to getting stuff done and didn't get uh everything edited. And okay, Gary, have a great night and prayers for your son. And then so that's going to be my next video, and then after that I'm not sure really. Oh, I'm sorry, Wanda. I'm not sure why. Uh, Let me see if I can fix that real quick. Oh, there, yeah. Okay, there you go. Now, if you post, you should be a moderator. Be back being a moderator for me. I don't know what happened. And Ron says, I've definitely thought about uh, Alaska a lot, but I only have 2 more years before I fully retire. My next chapter will be a boat on the ocean. I'll keep my place and just in case it doesn't work out. Oh, that's awesome. I've watched a couple YouTube channels, specifically this one guy. Well, if you can call him a guy, he's like uh, 21 years old now or something like that. And it seems like right after high school, right when he graduated high school, he bought a boat and just started sailing around the world and stuff. And it's pretty cool. A couple of the videos I watched of his, he was down in like the South Pacific, and there's just islands all over the place. And he'll just sail up to one of the islands, get on his little dinghy boat. He'll anchor offshore, get on his little dinghy boat, and go over to the island and just walk around the island and explore it. I'm like, what a life is that? That is just absolutely amazing life to have. And at such of a young age. eh, And the crazy thing is he's not going through customs or anything like that because he's just sailing up to an island and going ashore. Good night, Susan. Have a great night. And good night, Rebecca. Have a good night. I thought about getting a boat, but I've never actually sailed, and uh, I lo- I think it would be. I like being around people and talking to people and stuff. So being out at sea that long by myself, I don't think is for me. Maybe if I had a couple other people with me, might be a different story, but I don't think just by myself it would be a great adventure, but I don't think it's for me. I think if anything, it would be traveling to exotic places, doing like extreme adventures or something like that would be more my style. But I definitely envy you if you do get a boat and sail around the world. I hope you get your YouTube channel going again if you do that. Oh, Brenda, I don't know who Camo Dave was. I don't know if I've ever seen his channel before, and too bad he passed away. Yeah, Matt AK Van Life, that would be cool. Something like that. I could see doing that for sure. I actually wanted to do that about 10, 12 years ago, but unfortunately at the time, remote work was not very popular. It was very hard to find a job that you could do that way. And the internet, access to the internet was not quite there yet either. Wasn't very reliable, so I couldn't do that then, and but now it is a possibility. Yeah, doing it alone. Man, what is wrong with my nose tonight? As soon as I started this live, my nose started getting itchy and it won't stop being itchy. But I've watched there was another YouTube channel and I've tried finding it, but I can't find it. It was a young dentist out of Quebec, Montreal, somewhere like that. His wife and his two or three really young kids. He bought a boat down in Miami, I think it was, a sailboat, and they flew down there. He did some work on it, and then they sailed around the world and made YouTube videos out of that. And it was just amazing. So I definitely am jealous of anyone that can do that type of thing. And yeah, it makes it so nice. You can just sail over to an island, get off, and walk around, explore the island, or that type of thing. Oh, he reviewed the van life and nomadic stuff. That's pretty cool. And yeah, Wanda is dropping some links. She did Ron's off-grid homes off-grid homesteading McGarvey style link, and also Matt AK's link. So definitely check out his stuff. Matt AK is 13 away from 1,000 subscribers. So definitely hit him up if you're not subscribed and help him out and uh, stream a lot of his videos. So what's everyone else doing this weekend? Anyone else got any plans? Any big plans? My biggest plan is I'm driving into Anchorage to go to the chiropractor and probably go to Costco while I'm in Anchorage. That's about it. But I do have 4 Costco's to choose from in Anchorage, which most people don't have. They have one in a town of about 300,000 people. It has technically 5 Costco's in it, but only 4 of them you can shop at. So that's pretty crazy to have that many Costco's. We got 2 regular Costco's, a business center Costco, which sells to a lot of uh, like bed and breakfast places, little restaurants, like independent, like Quickie Mart type places, stuff like that. And then we have uh, a Costco home goods store, which sells furniture, appliances, stuff like that. And then the fifth one is a one that's just for shipping stuff out to remote villages and stuff. So when people order online for out in the villages, they'll go and pick it for them and then ship it out to them. No, Three Bears does not count as a Costco, even though 50% of everything they sell is from Costco. Uh, yep, that's what we're all about, helping each other out, Wanda. Okay, have a good night, Ron, and yeah, definitely shoot me an email. My email is on all my video descriptions. No, I haven't been watching Angie from Our Simple Life, but yeah, she's doing uh some big hike or something right now, isn't she? Hey, Appalachian Farmstead, how are you tonight? Thanks for being here. Good to see you here. John in Alaska says Three Bears is my Costco. Yeah, we have a local grocery store up here called Three Bears, and there's throughout Alaska there's 20 or 30 Three Bears locations throughout Alaska, and like 50% of what they sell, they buy off of Costco. So it's a lot of uh, Kirkland branded stuff. You know how it says, like this package is not for individual sell. Well, they'll break it apart and sell off the individual pieces, but they have a special agreement with Costco. Yeah, Matt says he hasn't seen them, seen uh, Simple Life, Our Simple Life, because that makes him want to go hiking. Yeah, Wanda, it's pretty expensive to live up here. Uh, a general rule of thumb, you can just add like 10 to 20% onto the cost of everything in the grocery store. Some things more, a few things maybe less, but everything's just more expensive. And the real downside is like really fresh fruit and vegetables, stuff like that. It's really hard to get really nice fresh fruit up here. Costco, it's not too bad because they bring it in so often that, and they have such high volume that they can bring in big pallets of fresh fruit and stuff like that. Like every couple days, they can bring in a whole big shipment. So it's not too bad for Costco, but regular grocery stores and stuff, it's hard to get good fresh fruit up here. Three Bears is convenient, but if you have to run uh do to town, it's cheaper just to drive to town. Yeah. Yeah, she's doing the Appalachian Trail. Our Simple Life, Angie is hiking the, I believe, the entire Appalachian Trail, right? She's been on the trail for 2 months and has gone 600 miles. Wow, that's really good. And there's Appalachian Farmsteads link. Thanks, Wanda. I watched a lot of his videos. He's out of Pennsylvania. It's still cheaper than San Francisco, though. I don't think I would care if it was cheaper than San Francisco or not. I'd rather live up here than San Francisco. Yeah, it is expensive everywhere, but as prices go up everywhere, they go up here too. So it's just stays even more expensive up here. That's good to hear that Angie's doing a good job on her hiking. I bet she decided not to move to San Francisco after that, Matt. Yep. Okay, Angie's doing the full 2,000 miles. Yeah, Matt wants to do the Pacific Crest Trail, not the Appalachian Trail, because he's a West Coast boy. And then there's Alaska John's link. Definitely check him out. He's a older gentleman that just lives up here on the hill, so definitely check him out. And John, don't worry, I don't think you're gonna get 100,000 subscribers off of me shouting you out here and during this live. So yeah, well, the nice thing in Alaska is you don't have to stay on the trails in virtually almost all the places in Alaska. You don't have to stay on the trails. You can just go wherever you want. There are some trails, and in a few areas, they want you to stay on the trails and stuff, but most of Alaska, you can just go. And that's one of the things I like about Alaska. You don't have to stay on the trails. You're not going to get in trouble if you cut across somewhere or anything like that. Okay. Appalachian Farmstead said he's beat. It's been a long day. Seen the live, so he thought he'd jump on here for a little while. So, okay, have a good night. Thanks for being here. Yeah, yeah. Matt AK says you go until you can't because your 6x6 fell into a swampy area. That is true. And then, and that's one of the reasons why I love snow machining so much. There's, there's people that there's people that have cabins and stuff that literally they can only get to either in the wintertime or by helicopter in the summertime. So in the wintertime, you can just go out across all the swamps, lakes, streams. It opens up so much of Alaska. It's just absolutely crazy where all you can go, what you can see, stuff like that. And Alaska is so beautiful. You can just get out there and see Alaska, experience the backcountry, and you can ride areas that no one's ever ridden before. The main thing is when you have extra, buy extra can or two, always prep. That way, if things go sideways, you're not stressed. That is very true, Brenda. If if at all possible, buy an extra can of food or extra bag of this or extra bag of that, and put it away. Learn how to preserve it, store it, and then you're set. You're really set. Food security is a major issue. Yeah, I agree, John. Snow machining is the way to go versus on like a 6x6 or anything like that. Wanda says I'm always buying extra when things are on sale. I have enough food and needs for at least a year. Yep, I hear you. Matty K said he watched Roots in Alaska, a YouTube channel, and they did snow machining down the Yukon, and now he wants to. Yeah, that would be fun. I would love to kayak the Yukon sometime in the summertime. That would be just absolutely amazing to kayak all of the Yukon, get in the Yukon at Eagle, and then kayak it all the way down to the Bering Sea. That would be amazing to do. Right. And oh yeah, one of couple of things I'm buying at Costco tomorrow is I take what do I take? Vitamin D12 and vitamin E, and I don't have any extra bottles, so I'm gonna buy a couple bottles of each, and then that way I have them, and they'll last like 3 to 6 months. But I'll buy a couple extra bottles. That way I have them. So I like stocking up on that stuff. With the state, if the world now you need to keep enough food and needs for 6 months. That is true. Very true. You gotta make sure you're prepared. You don't have to go crazy prepping or anything like that, but definitely be prepared. Have a little extra food, stuff like that. And snow machines are so much fun. That definitely is true, Wanda. And then, yeah, I don't have room to really stock up very much here, especially on food, but I do try to stock up as much as I can. Uh, that's why I like Costco. I stock up on paper towels, toilet paper, uh, toothpaste, deodorant. It's just me, and I'll buy the big pack of deodorant and the big pack of toothpaste and different things like that. Alaska John says, I have tons of ramen, powdered eggs, powdered milk, instant pancake mix, and so on. So you're set, John. You're definitely set. Just make sure you have enough puppy food. Aurora needs food, don't forget. Matty K says he has a bin of freeze dried food and a lot of camp fuel to boil water. I need to get more. Well, if you're up here, you need to just make sure you have a good axe and a good handsaw, and then you can go out and cut down all the wood you need and boil it over open fire. Yeah, build a little shed to add on, that's for sure. Uh, well, my idea here is this cabin is only temporary. I plan on building a barn though eventually out there, right where my trucks are sitting and everything. That's my game plan is to build out there. And so I don't plan on really doing too much more to this, like building wise. I'm gonna finish it off because when I get the permanent build built, I plan on pulling this out around and putting it somewhere else, maybe as a guest cabin or something like that. Or selling it, or I don't know what. Water glass eggs, pickled veggies, fried herbs, pickled tomato, preserved meats. Yep. I don't think water glass eggs is really that important if you have chickens, because especially if you have a broody chicken that will go broody, then you'll always have babies, and just make sure you have a good rooster. And if you have a small flock of chickens, you'll have eggs. And with a broody chicken, she'll hatch out a few babies each year. So it's a nice thing to nice way to replenish your flock. Okay, that's good that you're buying a farm fresh eggs. And yeah, if you don't have any chickens or anything, then you can always water glass to preserve them. And water glass eggs, about all you can do with them is scramble them or use them in baking recipes. But that's how I eat all my eggs is scrambled. So that would work for me, that's for sure. Let's see here. We got 16 people in here, 23 thumbs up. Don't forget, people, to hit the thumbs up. Thank you very much. And anyone have any other questions or anything? Feel free to shout them out. Matt AK says I need to find an egg dealer. Well, there's a lot of people up here that have chickens. Or maybe you should get some chickens for yourself, Matt. And then right before you leave at the end of the summer, have a little fried chicken to eat. Get 2 or 3 chickens, and then you'll get eggs, and then at the end of the summer, have some fried chicken. Well, Wanda, I hope things definitely work out for you, so you can get moved out to the country. I definitely would not want to live in the city anymore. I've done it, and I'm glad I don't live out there anymore. Or you don't need an actual house. All you need is a just a little shed or something for the chickens to roost in at night, Matt. keep them in there for 5 days when you first get them, and then you can just let them free range. And then it costs you almost nothing to have them because they'll be free ranging and eating on their own. Frogs start with a F there, Brian, and foxes start with an F, and ferrets start with an F. And there's probably a few more, but I can't think of them off the top of my head. Yeah, Matt, wait until you come up here. It'll be a big change from living in the city, huh? Yeah, that really sucks that you're not allowed to have chickens. And unfortunately, uh, most people don't have the financial means to. Uh, I dropped the nail. I'm playing with a nail while I'm talking to you guys. Most people don't have financial means to sue the city over overreach ordinances and laws and stuff like that. Oh, fried chicken. Well, that's not an animal. That's what you do to an animal. Matt AK, I'll sell you my place for 90 grand. That's from Alaska John. Fox is all I got, according to Wanda. Well, pheasant starts with an F sound, but it doesn't start with an F, the letter F. Brenda Stewart, my problem is I name the chickens. I kind of unalive them then. Yeah. That's why you don't name them. Unless you want to eat George and you want to eat Louise. Then you can name them. Yeah. Brenda, I can't either, but I can eat the eggs. Use eggs. Yep. And Matt doesn't have 90 grand sitting around to buy your place, John, unfortunately. Well, folks, I think I'm going to end this live. We've been here for almost an hour and 15 minutes. So it is quarter till 7 p.m. here in Alaska. So thanks, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. And definitely check out my merch and my Amazon links, stuff like that. And check out these other channels that's here tonight. So everyone, have a great night and thanks for being here. God bless everyone.